Good morning. Here with another reading, another message for this morning. It is Tuesday, March the 3rd. It is a very significant day, looking at just even the numbers alone from my perspective. 33. That's one way to look at it. Um, then that's crazy. I'm gonna just keep going. For the intuitive message, 33 is in the energy as well as another way looking at it, 66, um, but focused on 33. We're focused on 33. That's just what my spirit is telling me to do. The energy, the numerical energy for this message, 33. My perspective of the number 33 is master healer, master healing, optimal healing. Somebody who, let's say, is a life path 33, a real one, because there are false ones. Um, it's a master healer, and I feel like a master healer is somebody who has been able to first heal themselves. They learned how to heal themselves. That's been their primary lesson to learn. So a person who has mastered the art of healing has obviously been hurt a lot, because if you are not hurt, well then what are you going to heal from? So a master healer is somebody who's been hurt a lot, in different ways, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and yet they've healed, or at least are healing in all of those different areas. I just heard the four pillars of life. So then I also get the stability of something like a table, four legs. Somebody who's a master healer, 33, um, or somebody who is a master healer. Sorry. I don't think, I'm not getting that this has to be their life path number. This is their soul's um, destiny. This is their soul's purpose, their soul's mission. So I heard four pillars of life. I'm getting this is somebody who would appear very stable, uh, but genuinely, sincerely be very stable. Um, I'm getting that as they evolve in their healing abilities, they become more stable. Their stability is directly linked to their healing. I'm getting the healing. It does not have to be that they're healing other people. I get others heal through their energy that they ev- that they give off, from themselves. So it's somebody who could be like minding their own business. They're doing their life, they're living their life. Say they're not focused on healing other people, but say they're focused on healing their own wounds. Well, with them healing their own selves, their surroundings heal. Maybe if they're in a relationship, their partner heals. Um, it's interesting. It's like mm, I just get it's like the rays of a sun. It's like whatever the state of the sun is, whatever whatever is touched by the rays of that sun is affected. Um, so for the healing, so this is yeah, wow, okay, that just came to me like right away like that. Yeah, I like just woke up. I didn't go to the gym. I tried to. I woke up And it was almost like a voice screaming in my head, like, now you know better. I was tired as heck, but I couldn't understand it because I went to sleep at a good time. I woke up at different times throughout the night, but not for long. So I felt like I was cool as far as time goes, but I guess there's something in the energy. And I literally like heard it could have been an angel or something in my head, like, now you know better. Lay your ass back down. So, and then I woke up without the alarm right on time to do this reading. So it's meant to be. Another thing going on today is the blood moon. Um, they're saying Virgo. I'm having a hard time sticking. Well, no. I guess it would be Virgo. I see, because I thought the new moon was in Aquarius, so that would mean the full moon would be Leo. You got to be careful because they will lie to you. Because if they can make you not know the truth, they will do that. I'm looking it up. So this is supposed to be the blood moon eclipse um occurring today. Um, there is a website that I often go to. I have this app, but the app is not always dependable. Let me see, what zodiac sign was the new moon in February in? Okay, it was in Aquarius. So I'm sorry, y'all. I saw somewhere that somebody had said that the blood moon is in Virgo, but I remember learning one year, looking through all the moons of the year, and I'm very spiritually and intuitively led. There's a pattern with the moon cycles. They're going to be opposite. So if it's new moon Aquarius, this full moon is Leo. It's not Virgo. It's not Virgo. The full moon is Leo. Now, this is saying Aquarius, and that was the lie, but that was two different sources that just said new moon was Aquarius. So let me see my app, see what it's trying to say. It's saying 100% Virgo, but it could still be wrong because my app do be wrong sometimes. I've been off in the past. That's why I'm saying we have to be careful of the resources we look up. Look, multiple things are saying Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius for the new moon that already passed. This full moon is connected to that new moon. It's supposed to be opposite of that. The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. I think it really matters that we're looking at the right information. It's almost like somebody giving you wrong directions. If you're on a path driving somewhere and you ask for where is this? I'm trying to get here, but you don't know how to get there. And they give you the wrong directions. Or it's like your GPS giving you the wrong directions to somewhere. No, we got to be careful. And it's Mercury retrograde. You got to look out for that trickster energy because it's in the air. So I'm going with Leo. And I got chills throughout my body. And I feel like that's a confirmation. So this blood moon is in Leo. Now, if I learn some further information that tells me I'm wrong, okay, I admit it, but I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. I feel like it's supposed to be Leo because it's supposed to be the opposite side of the new moon. So, I'm getting blood moon, full moon, Aquarius, and it is the eclipse. This one, it ought to be the new moon, or be sorry, the lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse. I think this one is the solar eclipse. Um, two 2026, four eclipses occurring during two main seasons, late winter, a total lunar eclipse, blood moon on March 3rd. Okay, total lunar eclipse. I just want to point out eclipse, the numerical code or sign for eclipse is 86. I had a dream a long time ago. It was like a prophetic dream. I understand it now to be a prophetic dream. Um, and it was in reference to this time. It was in reference to this eclipse season, is what I've been able to get from it now. And it involved 86 two times, which is two eclipses. And so, and also, I know there's more eclipses happening through the year, but there was something else in the dream that pointed me to this eclipse season, which is the one that started in February, which would be connected to which includes the lunar eclipse of today. So there's something significant about this. Um, Moving on to my cards, I don't have all the time in the world. I'm starting with the Oracle card Ecstasy. I want to look at it and see what I'm seeing, like a dancer, like somebody dancing. I'm getting fire energy, solar energy. I see the color yellow. Um, and this quote keeps popping up in my head. It has been since this morning, even when I was in and out of sleep. Whoever the sun sets free is free indeed. Whoever the sun sets free is free indeed. Um, I know that that quote directly relates to Christianity and whatever. I'm hearing it from a song that I know. Uh, but when I hear it in my head and I say it, I'm thinking of the sun, like the sun in the sky. The sun in the sky relates to, this is what I'm getting, the solar chakra, our solar chakra, which is our third chakra. So that's interesting because that's the number three. This is all coming to me right now. Our third chakra is our solar chakra, and that's our sun area within, well, it's connected to the sun. It's our sun energy, though it's the chakra of expression. Um, I'm getting like, if you think about a 3-year old, 3-year olds are very active. That's like a baby becoming very active, expressive, more so independent, trying to like gain their independence. They're starting to learn. Um, I don't have no kids, but I've worked with kids. I have my auntie. Uh, but I'm thinking that this is the age they start to learn how to speak more clearly or express themselves more clearly. Um, yeah. So expression, sun is expressive. Like the sun sign, sun energy is expression, self-expression. Um, but this card says ecstasy on it. It says ecstasy on it, and so I'm gonna read from the book what it says for this card because the description is not on the card. I just gotta find where it is. Ecstasy 66. So the dream that I was just talking about, I remember when I was first looking at that number that I got from the dream, I saw that it was 86, 86, 8. But the way it came out to me, because I had already had another dream previous to that one that was that gave me the number 888. So now I was like, okay, well now this one adds to 66. So why is that? So I never saw it as related to eclipse energy until I learned that 86 equals eclipse, um, like something being eclipsed out. Uh, but there's layers to everything for me. So 66 was first coming off to me as my number for revelation because the Bible, the canonical Bible, has 66 books, and the 66th book of the canonical Bible is the book of Revelation. So 66 be giving me revelation vibes. And we are also back at the number three again because 6 and 6 equals 12, 1 and 2 and 12 equals 3. So there's that number three again. Solar plexus energy, creative energy, expression energy, childlike energy, inner child energy. Huh. All right. So what is written in the book about this ecstasy card? It's a poem. It says, even if from the sky poison befalls all, I'm still sweetness, wrapped in sweetness, wrapped in sweetness. I love that because again, sweetness is three times. So there is a number three again. Even if from the sky poison befalls all, I'm still sweetness, wrapped in sweetness, wrapped in sweetness. So like poison is opposite of sweet. I almost get that as like a weapon. And that leads me to that scripture that says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm going to leave the book open on that page as I move forward with the tarot cards that I got and see what aligns with that oracle cards poem as we go forward. So the first tarot card I have is the Queen of Wands upright. So when it comes to the oracle card I got with the ecstasy message, the picture to me directly relates to Queen of Wands energy. It's fire. It's fire energy. It's somebody dancing. I could even say that this dancer, because it's like abstract art, I could say that the dancer has a dress on. So you could see this as a woman. But it's abstract, so it's like open to interpretation. But this is pointing to a character, Queen of Wands energy. I say somebody who's very magical in her spirit, very she's very effective in her energy. She is felt when she moves, when she walks into the room, when she's um active in her active energy. She is felt by others. But relating again to this master number 33, perhaps this Queen of Wands is a master healer. Um, so in her soul, her purpose is healing. And so again, like I said, nobody's going to become a master healer, a master anything, um, specifically healer, if they have not mastered the art of healing themselves. This is a person, a Queen of Wands who knows this. She is fulfilling her master healing purpose. Um, yes. So again, with this poem, even if from the sky poison befalls all. So let's make it simple. Even if I'm poisoned, or this Queen of Wands is poisoned. This master healer, the Queen of Wands, is poisoned. She is still sweetness, wrapped in sweetness, wrapped in sweetness. I get magic because that three, that repetition of three like that is very common with like um poems or lyrics or songs when you're trying to create, when you're trying to change something um in a esoteric way. Um so I get a magical master healer, Queen of Wands, who is healing. Looking back at this ecstasy card, she is in her purpose. She is healing. Others are being healed. This is a time in life for her healing to affect others. I just got again that scripture that was in my head this morning. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. So now I'm getting this sun energy from this magical master healing Queen of Wands through her own self expressions, her self expressions, which are rooted and come from her solar plexus, activated by the sun, or related to the sun. So she's very self assured, um, self expressive, and her energy on its own affects those around her, or perhaps those who she touches through her energy. They're set free. Perhaps they're also healed. Um, but it's not like she has to go and be like, hey, I heal you. It's like, no, she's mastering the art of healing through healing herself. And yet she is a Queen of Wands. And so she's an expressive being. She's an expressive spirit and soul. So the rays that come off of her through her solar plexus energy, her own sun energy, it affects her surroundings, her environments, her um her circle, the people around her, the people she passes while she's on the way to the store, while she's working out in the gym, while she's dancing in the rain, like whatever, right? She's healing. She's healing. Now something's telling me it's important to note that it's a she. She is healing. She is healing. I just heard enough with the male dominated beliefs, male domination beliefs, you know, doctors, surgeons, people are made to believe, are made to think of a man right away when you think of those terms. And it's like, please note, this is a she, or multiple she's. We are collapsing the male domination connotations of these significant leadership positions and roles. Next to that, or the next tarot card I have is the Nine of Cups reversed, but the other one that came out after that, and something's telling me to put them together. The one that came out after that is the Nine of Cups upright. Two different decks. Nine of Cups reversed. I'm so sorry. The one that's reversed is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The next one upright to it is the Nine of Cups upright. So I need to interpret. Because Nine of Pentacles reversed doesn't give me a great vibe, right? Nine of Pentacles upright tells me this is someone who is, this is an energy of self-sustainment, um, single, singlehood, materialistically, very independent. Um, so with the reverse, it's like this is someone who is more reliant than not. Someone who, but we can't ignore the other cards, right? We can't ignore all the other energy. So with all of it together, This Nine of Pentacles reverse gives me support. It's like this Queen of Wands. I'm getting like, uh, I'm getting like an angelic support in the material world. I'm getting like a very apparent support. There's an energy of support because it's like this woman appears independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant, single. Um, so like she moves alone, she walks alone, right? She works alone. You know, you don't see her in a crowd or anything like that. Even living alone, Pentacles, money, house, clothes, all that. It's very um she lives a very individualistic life. But with it reversed, it's almost like a illusion the other way around. It's almost like an illusion because it's like, well, she's actually not alone. She has support. I feel like anybody on a master anything path is never alone. They got the angels, which is, that's interesting because, like, the example of me waking up this morning, and I said, I heard the angels in my head like, lay your ass back down. What you think you doing? Like that's an example of how this could work. Like she has her angels or her ancestors. She got the universe behind her. But to you, she looks alone. She looks very like she's living independently. She's Miss Independent. But and it's like, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But there is support backing up her whole life. And I'm getting that it's very significant with the Pentacles because it's like it's going to show. This is the physical manifestations. So next to this Nine of Cups upright card, I'm getting there is that independence yet again. So like that emotional independence. Um, Master Healer 33, um, that is not, I'm getting that's not necessarily somebody who is attached, who is linked up in like emotional connection with anybody very close. Cause I mean, you think about it, if her if her purpose and her path is healing, and so one, she's gonna be hurt often. Who who is gonna be able to hurt? Um, Usually people are hurt. We're hurt by the people closest to us. So our lovers, our friends, our closest friends, um, people who are close to us. Like you don't get stabbed by somebody at a distance from you. They gotta be up close to you. So I hope nobody gets stabbed. But so what I'm saying is this is perhaps somebody who one of the ways she's healed a lot is because she's been hurt a lot, primarily probably through her emotional connections with others. And so now this Nine of Cups upright tells me like she is an emotional survivor, right? Like she's an emotional. This came out the other day and I was wanting to say emotionally intelligent, but what came out of my mouth was emotionally independent. So she's not a codependent on anyone. Um, so I'm not getting that this is somebody who's in relationship. This is somebody who, again, she's supported and backed by her angelic presence, um, her angelic support because Pentacles, again, the Pentacles reverse, she appears to be um Nine of Pentacles reverse. She appears to be on her own, but she is actually never alone. Um, So really, when you think about it, this is a badass motherfucker. Like, you know, um, and I think about Jesus because Jesus was one of those that walked alone. Well, I mean, he had his disciples, but for the most part, he he moved a great deal on his own. Um, he moved about a great deal on his own, and I think about when there was a moment where I think he did the Sermon on the Mount, and after that, he went up to the mountains to, it said, and the angels ministered to him, and he was by himself. So it's a solo journey. It is an individual journey. 6:39 on the clock. Okay. So, okay. I feel like, is there something for this Queen of Wands? I get activation. She's being activated. Um, like, is there a message for this spiritually supported magical master healing Queen of Wands who is emotionally independent, perhaps with the ecstasy card and that message speaking of if poison, even if poison befalls, excuse me, befalls all, yet basically I'm untouched. So perhaps this full blood moon, y'all, maybe that's what's happening. Like one, she's being seen in her truth, yeah, for sure. But I just get the feeling now in my stomach, like being attacked, being sent energy that's trying to like poison her sweetness, you know, trying to reverse her healing. And it's like I'm still sweetness, wrapped in sweetness, wrapped in sweetness. So wrapped in sweetness, that's protected. That's protection. You're not changing anything. This image on this card, she's dancing. She's dancing in the light of day. I just heard she's dancing in the fire. But the rain, she dancing in the fire. And I'm getting grand scale attacks. Even if poison befalls all from the sky, this is weather, like weather attacks type of levels of, you know, energy. This reminds me, we had a snowstorm not too long ago, and I remember wondering if there could be like poison sent through the snow, which of course it could be. I just saw the image of the escape room where the rain was acid rain. Of course it could be. Um, and I remember just wondering that and thinking that, like, could that possibly be going on? Because I just remember, mm, like, once I was functioning outside amongst the snow, and I kept looking at it, like, I just get the concept of dead snow. I don't know, which to me equals fake snow. But I remember, like, starting to feel sick in my stomach, nauseous. It was, and I was talking about that yesterday. I had to tell somebody about that time, um, and in my mind, my spirit, like my intuition, telling me, yeah, like that's possible, you know. But I'm getting, again, we gotta focus on this 33. We have to focus on the time today. I don't know if it's just like an exposure of the fact that this Queen of Wands is not to be poisoned. Uh, the attacks sent on this Queen of Wands are not to be successful. So this is the last card because I just needed some more direction. This card is the bridge. The number is 38. 38, the bridge. And there is an image of three related to the number three in a way. 38. The keywords are the connection, the link, the gate. Okay, so when I read that, I just heard portal in my head. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to others. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, ideologies, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. So that's interesting. It says some other keywords: acceptance, magic, communication. So I saw the word healing, I saw weather, and I saw a shaman, which is a healer. A shaman heals and makes magical things happen. So I think it's connected. It does feel connected to me, to the rest of this reading. And I feel like because I heard the word portal, and there's been something coming to my mind like people can very well be portals to the spiritual world, to spirit, to the unseen. This Queen of Wands, Master Healer person is a portal, or these multiple Queen of Wands energies are portals. And it is, like I said, communication, magic, acceptance. And so this is someone um, who, through again her expressions, so perhaps even her communications, um, her energy is in motion. As long as her energy is in motion, she is healing. And there, there is no befalling her bridge. But there, there's no breaking her connection or poisoning her magic. Um, even on the grandest of scales, you could say this to somebody with Christ energy, Christ level consciousness, um, if not even beyond. She's magical. Um, and I want to say the exposure of, or the significance of her presence and existence and being is shown as significant because she's been attacked. She's been targeted to not heal or to have been hurt, um, to, have her solar plexus energy shut off, deactivated. And so I just heard the world's a stage. And it's her time in the spotlight. And folks are in awe because they're like, well, I thought, and I tried, and I did. So I think it's just a message really to the all, the everyone, the whoever, the senders of the negativity. It's just an expose. It's out of her expose. Again, revelation. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. Ain't no taking this one out. And why? Because she's literally the bridge to the sacred realm. Literally a healer. Literally a master of healing. And I don't know, something just tells me that today it's made very clear that, like, they thought she walked alone, but she's highly supported. Um, Not in need of anybody else's emotional support. Um, she's healed, very much so, mastered in the art of healing, very much upright in her energy. She's magical, um, and no, there's no taking away from that. There's no doing away with that. So that's the message I'm getting. I have to get up now and get ready for work. So, oh, I just got a little lightheaded. That's the message. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. Till next time.